Hey guys, welcome to the live stream. Technical issues.
That's so funny. As soon as you started it, you like stood up for your microphone. That's hilarious.
Yep. I totally forgot my microphone, but welcome to the live stream. This is episode 13.
As soon as you started it, you like.
There you go. I had in playback. Anyway, so a few technical issues out of the way, but Eric is here. We are live, and Pagey is going to be joining us very, very soon. So be on the lookout for that.
He's finding things to flex with at home.
He's like on his PS5 and like, finding whatever he can. But yeah, so Eric is here. We're going to be talking about lots of stuff. We talked about lots of it yesterday, but we can just kind of do similar topics, and we will just talk about it in a different way because it's very hard to do exactly what you've done before.
Yeah.
But welcome to all of you in the live chat. We have a bunch of people who are joining in right now. I'm just getting my screen set up. But the first topic that I wanted to bring up as we sort of go into the live stream, first off, straight up, is so we have our shows coming back next week. Well, one show specifically, that being Batwoman. So what's your anticipation like for the show? Are you really excited for season 2? Because it's not just a normal season 2. It's like a premiere, it's like a first episode.
Yeah, it's almost like, I know this isn't truly what it is, but it almost feels like a multiversal version of Batwoman. Like we're getting a different version. So that's kind of exciting because we don't really know. We don't have a comic book blueprint for this version of Batwoman. So we're not sure what we're getting into. Now, I know she's going to be in the comics eventually, but we're actually getting this character fresh, like with no baggage or whatever. And I think that's probably the most exciting thing for me is that they don't have to, they're not beholden to some storyline from the comics. Like they really have their own free reign to do whatever they want. And so we have that. And this also opens the door for the Alice storyline to not be so cliche because it's not a family thing anymore. It also makes the Crows, I think, a bigger threat because now it's not his daughter wearing the bat suit. It's someone else completely. Plus, we also now have less of a stressful situation for Mary because this is a new person coming in as Batwoman. It's not Kate as Batwoman. And Luke gets to build up a reputation with someone who doesn't necessarily know the legacy of his father. So it's like a brand new thing altogether. So I think that's why it's so exciting. I noticed it's not really, I'm really surprised it's not trending as much as the first Batwoman was, but I actually think the problem is that they don't know how to market something that's changed. Because how often do we have it where a lead character leaves the show and then the show continues on with a new lead character, but everybody else is still the same? It doesn't happen very often. So I'm not sure they even know how to really market it. So it's really a different thing. But I'm super excited. I feel like this is going to be a lot of fun. And I think people that didn't give the first season a chance, I'm doing a refresher video. I talked about this last night where I'm going to catch everybody up on what's going on. That'll be out next week. But I think everybody should give this a chance, come into it with a fresh perspective and try not to worry too much about like what happened in season 1. So yeah, I'm really excited. This is one of my shows that I'm anticipating. I love this change up. So
it's good to hear. And I'll give my thoughts in a minute, but we got Pagey here, so I'm going to add him into the stream. Welcome.
Buongiorno Italiano.
Is he flexing today? What are we flexing with today?
Sure.
I'm flexing with my bilingual abilities.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. Even though I think I can speak German better than Italian anyway.
Anyway, welcome.
That's the intro.
Yeah.
That's the intro.
That is the intro. Well, anyway, so yeah, welcome. We got Pagey here, and actually with the new setup on the face cam and everything.
I must say, minor flex. I bought. Can you see? No, it's not. Okay. Anyway, so this case I thought was cool. Apple invented a case where it has like the actual charging thing in the case.
Right.
So there's the flex for today. So
that was like $500 probably.
But I can flex on Ben like I did yesterday.
Oh,
with the Supergirl Funko Pop, which
Nice.
Ben cannot get his hands on, and I'm wondering, do I charge him an astronomical price for said Funko Pop? I don't know. Any suggestions in the chat in regards to how much? I think I bought it for $25, so I'm thinking $250 maybe for Ben. 10 times it.
Yeah, probably
10 times.
I'm thinking that's how we go. Anyway, any suggestions? Feel free.
Well, yeah. Maybe you could just give it to me.
Yeah.
Next
how
Comic
about
Con.
no?
How about
no?
Okay.
How about no? Why don't you just shut up?
Okay.
$350, $1,000.
1,000.
Keep going up. Keep going up. The more the better. The more the merrier.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Maybe I'll get it someday. Anyway, all right. So Eric just talked about Batwoman. How excited are you for the new Batwoman, Pagey?
I'm more intrigued. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily excited because I'd be lying. It's not like I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see it. But I'm more intrigued to see how they handle it. Like, I'm looking forward to like Stargirl, Superman Lois, and the Flash more. Like,
yeah.
Like I'm looking forward to Batwoman more than Supergirl.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The irony that to holding up the pop and flexing. Anyway, but I'd be lying if I said I was overly excited because I think it's going to be messy. I think it's going to be messy.
Especially the first couple episodes, I think.
Yeah. So, and so I'm more intrigued than anything. But I'm not like, I'm dreading. I don't want to watch the show at all.
I will say though, it's probably going to be impossible for this season to be worse than season 1. I think it's almost impossible.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, because I think that Ruby Rose really pulled the show down a lot in terms of acting. I think that Javicia seems to be more. She's got more like, I don't know. There's a different vibe with her. I don't think Ruby ever really wanted to be that character. I never got the impression that she.
Yeah.
I am curious whether she got stuck in the Brenton Thwaites situation where she thought she was auditioning for the movies.
Oh.
Because if you don't know the Brenton Thwaites story, he thought he was auditioning for Nightwing to be like Ben Affleck's Nightwing.
Yeah, which would have been cool.
Not to be Nightwing in the Titan show. So that's what he thought he was auditioning for. It's probably more his agent's fault. His agent went, "Hey, Nightwing, DC Nightwing," and he's probably thinking, "Oh, well, I've only been in movies, so they must want me to be in the movie." And he probably didn't even know they were doing a streaming thing at that time. So, I can understand that, but I think it's once you get past that, it's like, well, you should know it's a TV show. But then maybe at that point they get told how much they're going to make money wise. Ruby Rose would have made a bucket load off the first season, even if she didn't even do that amazing of a job. So, I think
you guys feel that way about Ruby? I feel like she never committed to the role.
Yeah,
I think she was okay at the beginning, and then I think actually towards the end, and that's the thing because she knew she was going. Because there's a whole story that she was, it was like during COVID. And I was like, well, COVID had been there for like a month. Like, surely there must have been overly like that major amount.
She filmed like 80% of the season before COVID was ever even a thing. So, I mean,
so like, I don't know. I think she cared at the beginning, and then towards the end, maybe like, but I think she put maybe more of an effort to finish off strong. But there's like parts, like even like during Crisis and stuff, I don't think she cared that much.
I will also say that Javicia, like tonally, I think her vibe fits better with what they're doing in the Arrowverse right now.
Well, it depends because we don't know what her character's like.
I hope her character is as vibrant as she is on social media.
Because you could argue that for Ruby as well.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm really excited to see this version of Batwoman. It might be a train wreck, but I have high hopes that it's going to be better than season 1.
Yeah, I'm not going into it with any expectations just because my expectation is going to be messy, and I think I'm going to be right with that. But that's not like me being negative. It's just that I don't know, like because they're transitioning without proper setup and without the character to transition from.
Yeah,
it's like the Harley Sawyer thing with the Flash.
They can't set up the transit. Well, I think it's more different than that because they can't. This is the main character, so they can't even set up what happens to Kate. To lead into the transition just happens. So that's going to be the weird thing, and that's why I think it's going to be messy.
Yeah, I agree. I think like especially when they dropped that title. What was the title? Whatever happened to Kate Kane?
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, it's a cool film reference to whatever happened to Baby Jane, but apart from that, like it doesn't seem like
Oh, is that what it's referencing?
Yeah. It's
Okay, I thought it was referencing Whenever, Wherever by Shakira. All good. My bad.
No.
My bad.
But,
You should sing that on stream right now. You should sing that on stream right now.
We'll save the karaoke towards the end. I think we'll save the karaoke till then.
Okay. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to it because of Javicia. Like you pretty much said, Eric. Like, you know, I'm excited for a new Batwoman. I do agree with you. I don't think Ruby was ever that much into it. It didn't seem like. I got a bit behind last season, so I wasn't so involved. Maybe that's the story. Maybe it was a little bit to do with Ruby's acting. I don't know. But I liked her in the crossovers before, and I liked her for the most part of the season, but I just never got fully into her character, I think.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to Javicia because it's like a whole new thing. And I'm looking forward to season 2 because it feels like a premiere, you know? It feels like a new show. I don't know. But it might be a bit messy. We'll see. We shall see.
Your stream opened up randomly. I was clicking through Twitter and I was like, oh wait, no.
That was me. I hacked it. Hacked it. So sorry, my bad.
Wow. So let me ask you this, Ben. Would you, based on what you've seen of Javicia now, like in social media and stuff, would you like to have seen a crossover between Supergirl and Batwoman? Do you think that would have worked well between the two
Javicia?
Yeah, with that version of Batwoman. Would you have liked to have seen that possibly build a friendship? Because I know a lot of people like the Kate Kane, Kara thing. But I actually think that Javicia would have made an interesting power duo with Supergirl. So
I mean, we'll see. I think we just have to wait and see them like actually on screen together and like properly interacting and stuff. But I really like that Batwoman and Supergirl kind of friendship. It's obviously not as good as like Supergirl and the Flash because they literally met like a couple of times or something like that, and pretty much it was always in a big crossover.
And they're super friends. They're super friends, man.
Exactly, they're super friends, and so I would be interested in seeing Supergirl and the new Batwoman. Ryan Wilder actually interact, but
I still hate that name, by the way, Ryan Wilder. I don't like that name
at all. It does feel like a replacement name, like what they do in casting, when they say it's this character, but it doesn't.
People wanted her to be Tiffany Fox. I'm glad they didn't do that either because I think that would have been a mistake as well, but Ryan Wilder is just not.
Watch it. Okay, well, here we go. Brainstorming session. Eric, let's go. Let's go. Hold on.
What are we doing?
Random name generator.
Oh,
let's see. Oh, God. Let's see what we can get here. Okay, we want a character name. Okay, which gender? Female. What's your character's title? Miss. Flavor. Human, I guess. What do they have? Human.
What site is this where it's asking the flavor of a person?
Namegenerator.org.
Sounds like peoplegenerator.com.
Birth year. Let's just say she's what? 25, so she would be what's that? 1996. How would you describe his or her nationality? Are we going? I guess it's American. Where's United States, dude? Oh, there we go, American. How would you describe his or her parents' nationalities?
This is a lot to create a name.
Well, hold on, it's important. Obviously, This is what they didn't do with Ryan Wilder.
They didn't go on a random name generator.
Yeah,
Ryan Reynolds, Van Wilder.
Which best describes your character's religious background? I guess she's Christian. Anyway. Alliterative names only. That'd be a very good comic book trait.
It would be, yes.
I think we go alliteration. Okay, no, I'm just going to go fill the form with random ideas. Let's go that. Submit. Hold on. They chose male. Let me check. Female, and I go Miss.
Oh no, he has to go through the whole thing again.
No, it's all good. Would you say she's virtuous or a great leader?
I mean, should be a great leader. She's a leader of Team Batwoman, so
yeah.
Hold on. Okay, you talk amongst yourself for
Okay, we got a few super chats. We're gonna so Truck King sends in $2. He says, Just here to show support. Favorite MCU movie? Go, Eric. What's your favorite MCU?
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier. I think you said that yesterday. You
Yeah.
said your favorite trilogy was Captain America.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. That's a good pick. Favorite MCU movie? I'm basic, but I'm gonna go Endgame. I really loved Endgame.
Okay.
We got. Okay, right, did you finish?
What is your favorite MCU movie, Pagey?
Yeah.
Oh God.
He likes Thor Ragnarok.
I do like Thor. Ragnarok. Which one have I watched them? Oh, Jesus Christ.
He likes Thor 2, The Dark World, or Iron Man 3.
No, that's obviously not the answer. I'm just gonna say Thor Ragnarok because I can't think. I think Thor Ragnarok's the one I've seen the most. I think so. I guess that. Okay, but we got some names, and they're all alliteration.
What are the names?
Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 suggestions here. Okay, we have Sarah Stewart, but her friends call her Sadie. We have Georgia. We have Georgia Garcia, but her friends call her Gia. That just reminds me of the 40-year-old virgin when her name's Gina. It's like, no, they call me Gina. Anyway, Stephanie Smith, but
that's actually not bad. Actually, that one sounds like.
But apparently, they call her Smithy. Oh, I think maybe we dropped the Smithy.
Yeah.
Ellie Evans, Abigail Adams.
No.
Hannah Hall.
Okay, that one's not bad.
Lucy Lewis, and her friends call her Lulu.
Lucy Lewis, that does sound like a superhero name.
Amelia Anderson. Well, you can't really use this one. Well, I guess you could, but it's very similar. Catherine King. Or Mary Martin.
Mary Martin.
I don't know. Mary Martin sounds like a good cover name for Miss Martian. Mary Martin the Martian. I'm going to go with either Ellie Evans or Lucy Lewis.
Yeah, those are probably the best ones. Lucy Lewis is my pick. So that's her new name.
Yeah.
Let's go with that one.
Wow.
That was a bit anticlimactic, to be completely honest.
I'm
going to blame the website more than myself. So yeah.
Okay. Good new name. And yeah, I agree. Ryan Wilder. I don't think it's the best name, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, we got a bunch of super chats, so let's go ahead and go through these. So Jamie Harley sends in £5, and he says, "Can you go into the theory?" And his theory was, so with David Ramsey coming back, he thinks that it might be a mission to find the Green Lanterns and hopefully rebuild the Lantern Corps. What do you guys think? We're going to see Green Lantern or not?
Go ahead, Pagey.
Well, I think we'll see Green Lantern. Hopefully, I don't think it'll be refining. I think they're going to go into it where he's they're just going to be like they're going to disassociate whether his powers are more associated with like the Alan Scott thing, or the Green Lantern Corps just isn't a thing anymore, or it never was. I don't think they're going to try and connect it to any other people that are or could be Green Lanterns or were Green Lanterns.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you just create issues there, because everyone's going to go, well, when are they going to show up? Why would you open that can of worms?
I wonder if, because I mean that's a decent theory, but I would say I wonder if we're going to get like a super big, like, flying around Green Lantern, if we're going to get something a bit more grounded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like where he can use the ring to do stuff, but we're not going to see him like
people,
like the more comical, like silly Green Lantern. Because I don't know if we're going to see anything like space related or anything like that. I mean, it might be fine. I just feel like they're going to actually I think they're going to keep it a little bit more grounded for the Arrowverse.
Yeah, I pretty much agree. I think we'll see one, but I don't know if it's going to be, as crazy as you might think.
Right.
All right, we got another super chat from Cody, and Cody has quite a long one. He says, Popcorn Planet actually interviewed someone from the crew of season 1, and some very interesting stuff was brought up. Andy Muschietti followed Tom and Grant. So I guess the main part of this was that Andy Muschietti followed Tom and Grant. So you think we're going to get Flash crossover in the Flashpoint film?
I think it's, but as in like Tom Cavanaugh.
Yeah. Tom Cavanaugh and Grant.
Well, that's random. That's interesting. Unless maybe the scene that he has in mind is them two.
Yeah.
Maybe it's reverse Flash and Flash. Maybe that's what it'd be. That'd be very, very interesting. I did watch that Popcorn Planet thing. I did see that interview. There was nothing really new revealed in it. All of it was stuff that was sort of known, that had been like sort of passed around. So and that's not me like dissing the interview. I'm just saying like most of it was pretty much already known, that like there was issues on set and everything like that. So nothing new was actually sort of brought up there. But yeah, I'm not surprised by Grant, because I think it's the thing I do need to wonder is that they start filming that movie in April. So I wonder how much time, especially if COVID is still a thing and has to be. Well, actually, if people fly into the UK, does there have to be quarantine when they fly in? Do you know that yet? Or
yeah, they have to quarantine.
Okay, because I don't think they have to quarantine when they get back to the USA. But then again, he'd be going back to Canada. So it matters when they finish filming The Flash for this season, which I think is meant to be May, and I'd assume they go back and start filming in July for the next season. So I guess there's time there, especially if it's only like a one cameo thing. You don't have to be there for like a week or something to film stuff if he's going to film, unless he has a bigger role, which I highly doubt would be the case, because you don't want to take more away from Ezra Miller, because you got all the Batman stuff. So that's cool. That's cool. Didn't know that. Well, there's your clickbait video for tomorrow, Ben. I'll be following you. Who will get up first? It's the race. It's the race for the clickbait.
Pagey versus DCTV. All right.
Hold on, I'm leaving the chat now.
Okay, we got another super chat from Mauricio, and she says, "I'm sick of seeing this Batwoman woke BS. Are you guys sick of the woke BS stuff?"
It's not just with Batwoman. I'm tired of seeing it in general.
Yeah.
It's stupid. It's equality. Like the whole idea of this woke movement doesn't make a lot of sense to me in general. For the majority of the time when people are saying it, they just simply don't want someone else represented. That's just it. And it's just so stupid. Being like introducing new characters who are different from the ones that we've already had, it doesn't take those characters away. Supergirl woke, is that what we're seeing here? It doesn't take those characters away. So for example, if you introduce a a female character that's a classic character reimagined, it's not deleting that. Like you can still go back and read those stories. You can still go back and watch those movies. So it's just like it's being mad about nothing. It's just really stupid. It's just dumb.
Yeah, it's just absolutely stupid. Like it's just so tiring. I just can't be bothered with it.
There's so many channels that do it. I get it. It's hate clicks. People want to click on controversy. Sometimes even I click on it. You want to see people rage and make a fool of themselves. And I get it. And I just don't understand the anger about it. I don't think it's a big enough problem for people to be that worried. The other type of media isn't going anywhere. It's just, they're just adding new things to the pot. So.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Gary's here, and Gary sends in a $1.99 super chat. Thank you very much, Gary, as usual. And Gary says, "Is the Flash getting delayed later than February? What do you guys think?" We answered this yesterday. Eric,
unless we see a delay in filming, no, and we're not seeing that right now. So
you just add that to your microphone.
What?
The Superman
thing.
Yeah.
Always there?
No, I just added it.
What is that? Like a hairband?
Like just then, that minute?
It's a clip for the microphone. It like clips around the microphone.
Oh.
Yeah, but did you just put it on then?
I put it on earlier. It's been on there since you got here. So
I'm blind. I haven't seen
not
it.
even notice.
Am I losing my mind? I don't know. Anyway, that's a bit random.
I'm flexing because I have one for almost every character this year. So when I do my reviews, I can change it out. So yeah.
That's cool. That is cool.
How much were they? Are you gonna flex?
Yeah, it was like $4 for a pack of 12. So that's
that's a flex.
Yeah,
but that's nothing on Pagey, right? How much the whole setup is like £10 million. Anyway,
no comment.
No comment. We'll see.
I'll tell you what though, Ben Smells. Got him.
Ben Smells. Mauricio sends in $1.99 super chat, and Mauricio says people get triggered for a black Batwoman like WTF
Yeah, it doesn't make
I
any
agree.
sense. It's stupid. It's dumb. It's like, oh, they're race bending the character. It's a brand new character. Nobody's race bending anything. Batwoman is a mantle. All of these superhero titles are mantles. They can be passed around to other people unless that is intrinsically connected to a character in a way that doesn't allow them to pass the mantle around. So it's just stupid. It's just dumb.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's just so stupid. Like, it's not race bending anything. It's just a new character, like you said. So
Yeah.
get over it. Get over yourself. All right.
Imagine this. The world has different people in it, and different people can be superheroes. Just in case we didn't realize that. I mean,
Eric, you've opened up the world. Everyone's eyes. No.
What can I say?
Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Eric. He's opened up the world's eyes.
Imagine being mad that other people are represented as superheroes. Imagine that. Imagine it.
Imagine. All right. Chalk King. Maybe that is a hint for Eric. Maybe you should chalk at some point. But
like that, like the chalk.
Oh,
I don't remember.
we actually got.
Oh, there we go. Demonetized.
Eric demonetizing us already. All right, so Chalk King says, last one, you all excited for the Arrowverse return soon? Yes, we talked about this. We talked about Batwoman dropping its first episode this week. We're all pretty excited for that. And you guys said that you're excited for the other shows. Is there like a specific show that you're really, really excited for?
The Flash. I'm always excited for the Flash. If we're talking about new shows, I think my excitement to see what Superman and Lois is, probably is a bit more than the Flash, but I'm still very excited for the Flash. Like out of all the shows returning, that's the one that I'm the most excited for.
Yeah.
So. Well, I put Stargirl as my number. Stargirl season 2 is my number.
I always
one.
forget because it's not coming up as soon. So yeah,
it goes Stargirl, Superman, and then Flash. And
by the way, Stargirl was renewed for season 3 already. We haven't even.
Well, it's apparently in development, which is it's already in development. The show exists, so it's like it's in talks because apparently they're already looking to. That must mean they're probably going to start. They're looking to film soon after, I guess. They wrap up this season, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know what's going on there. Which maybe that's probably because with COVID, it pushed the seasons late. But when they get to next end of this year, they want the seasons to go back to normal. So there's no shows running into July or August, like a lot of them, or they end around June. So even if a show premieres in April, it's done by June or early July. They don't want stuff going to end of July, maybe even August, which some of these shows could. So they're probably working that out, and Stargirl would actually probably start filming in July or August, maybe come this year for season 3.
Yeah. All right, we got another super chat from Gary. This is the last one for now. Gary says, "Are you mad at me? And are you proud of me?" So I'm not mad. Paige, are you a little bit mad or not?
I'm mad at Eric writing. It's a bit rude. or drawing. It's a bit rude. So I'm probably mad at Eric more than anyone now.
I'm taking notes.
He's taking
on
notes.
what?
He's taking notes.
Some of the stuff
video
some of the stuff in the chat.
Okay. So that's why he's on the live stream. That's what we figured it out. He didn't want to do it to, spread the community love, to pay the favor back to Ben for appearing on the after party. It's to steal ideas.
No. I was doing a count. Someone in the chat was talking about there's more girl superhero shows than boy superhero shows, and I was trying to write them out to make sure I had all of them on the piece of paper. I'm not mad at you, Gary, by the way. No, there's Batwoman, Supergirl, and Stargirl are the 3 female-led shows. Then you have Flash and Black Lightning as the male lead shows, and then Superman and Lois and Legends have a ensemble cast. So, I mean, there is one more female solo show, but that's before this Arrow was on, so then it would have been out of balance. So it's just a slight shift. So, yeah. Well, anyway, I've got no complaints because I don't either. I think it's fine. I do miss Arrow. I'm not going to pretend that I don't because I really did love that show. But
is that because of that?
Oh yeah, because of that stuff there. Flex.
Or is it because of that?
Because of that? Because of his pop figures.
Eric is triggered.
I am.
Oh no, it's not even the pop figure. It's the signed.
Yeah, but none of you have this. Your official Eric's Reloaded
what
superhero.
Where the hell did you get that?
with all the different interchangeable logos and emblems.
What? All right, that is
And
the flex.
I have all the powers. What superpowers would you like to have? All of them.
Wait, how the hell did you get that?
It was a birthday gift. Someone made that for me.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is cool. Hey, G, come on, where's yours?
What? Where's yours?
Where's? I don't know. Where's yours?
Exactly. Got him.
Got him.
I might put that up on eBay one day and just tell my friends, sorry.
Sorry, thanks for the birthday present, but no, I'm gonna sell it to my fans.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I think we got some questions in the chat. Someone says, have they confirmed the Flash/Stargirl crossover? No, they never confirmed it, but they mentioned, I think maybe the people running Stargirl mentioned they wanted to do it at some point. Do you guys remember that?
Well, first we have to reestablish the multiverse before anything like that would happen. So I don't know. I've heard rumors about it, but right now we still have to get the Speed Force back and then have to establish the multiverse. It's a lot of things that we have to jump over, hurdles we have to jump over to get there. So
yeah, that's right.
Plus, don't they film in different places? I mean, they would have to also set up filming because they film in different locations. So
yeah, of course,
that would also be a problem.
Gary says, I don't think the Flash will get delayed because, and then he just cuts it off. Gary, I don't know what is happening, but write it in the chat. He doesn't think the Flash will get delayed, and neither do we, as we established earlier. But yeah, someone says, has a Superman Lois / Flash crossover been in the works next season? Do you think we're going to get a big crossover, or like just?
I would be surprised if we did. I think the only thing they've really hinted at, as far as I remember, is the Batwoman Superman and Lois crossover, and we're still not sure if that's going to work now because I think that was hinted before we knew Javicia was coming in. So
yeah,
don't know. I think crossovers would be good, but I think this season keep your expectations very low. Like if they do one, get excited, but don't expect anything for crossovers.
Ooh, is that a threat?
Yeah, and a promise.
And a promise.
And a flex. It's all three.
Flex, a promise, everything in between. Wow.
Yeah.
Talk about edgy.
Gary, he continues in the chat. He says, I don't think the Flash will get delayed because they have so many episodes filmed. So even if there was a shutdown, I don't think they'll get delayed. Thank you, Gary. Pretty much what we've been saying. Pretty much what Eric said earlier. So yeah, it's very, very unlikely.
I agree. I totally agree. Great idea, Gary.
Great idea. Fantastic idea, Gary. All right. So someone says, what kind of socks do you wear? Batman socks, I
don't have my sock around here, but I have all kinds of different superhero
You don't have socks on?
I'm wearing jandals.
Oh my god.
Jandals.
Nice. I feel like that's very American. I feel
it shouldn't be surprising. I'm barefoot.
Well, I always say jandals because I know that's not the Australian word for them. They're called thongs in Australia. Yeah. So,
but my sister works at a shoe shop, so I have like all these like.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a bit of a flex, but all these like expensive pairs of socks because she gets them for like 80% off.
Let me say this though: if you are looking for something cool, if you go on Amazon, and it depends if it's available in your country or not, DC and Marvel both around the holidays sell like a 12 days of Christmas sock thing, and they usually do like a combo of like because I have like Reverse Flash socks, I have Aquaman socks, I have. They're coming a multi-pack, and you get a bunch of them, and you're supposed to open them once a day for the 12 days of Christmas. So I do that every year, and I get new socks that way. So I have a lot of really cool socks, but I have to order them online that way. It's pretty interesting.
Ooh.
I even have cyborg socks.
Oh god, you might have to get rid of them. That's a bit edgy. That's a bit
edgy. But all right. Jamie Harley sends in a £5 super chat. Thank you so much for your support, Jamie. He says, which speedsters will turn up this season with them teasing good and bad speedsters? What do you guys think?
Which speedsters will turn up this season with them? I'd probably just say Godspeed and Reverse Flash.
You think
Jay
Reverse
Garrick
Flash?
and Jay Garrick.
I predict we will see Accelerated Man, and he will have a full story arc this season.
Ooh,
Well, obviously, you're
finally.
pulling that out of your ass, and you actually know that that's not going to happen because that's a troll.
Pagey's next video.
So no, actually, I really would love for that character to come back. I would, but I think Godspeed and Reverse Flash are probably the ones that were.
And Jay Garrick.
Yeah, Jay
Garrick's confirmed pretty much.
Yeah. I forgot the good part of that. I just my mind went straight to the villains, to bad speedsters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. I would just think Godspeed for sure, and then Reverse Flash. Why do you think he's likely? I know that there was supposed to be that thing at the end of last season. Do you think they're going to continue that, or just bring him in somehow?
I mean, as far as I know, they are, right? I mean, they said they were going to do a story with him, or Eric Wallace said that, right?
Yeah, so that's why I would say yes.
Yes. All right. Good question, Jamie. Anthony sends in $2. Thank you very much, Anthony. And he says, do you think next crossover is Crisis on 2 Earths? Do you guys think it's Crisis on 2 Earths, like Earth 1 and like Stargirl's Earth, I guess, Earth 2?
I mean, they could do something like that to reintroduce the multiverse, I think. I don't think it would be like the one from the comics. I mean, they could name it that and do something different. The word crisis now is, I know us comic book fans understand the difference, but I think it's getting to the point where it's if you use it too much, people will get really confused on what they're watching.
It's a bit overused already.
So another crisis, I think it might be too soon. Actually, this is a hot take, but I'm kind of excited that we're going to get a season without a big crossover, only because it's going to give us a moment to take a breather from, Crisis on Infinite Earths, and then maybe we can do something else. But I wouldn't mind a version of Crisis on 2 Earths, but I think if they're going to do it, they'd have to do something. Sounds like a great way to reintroduce the multiverse, but
Yeah. I would say so. I mean, wait, do you actually think they're going to have a big crossover next season, or do you think it's going to be a small crossover? Or
you mean this upcoming?
No.
The fall.
I don't mean this season. I mean in the fall when they, things.
So basically the 2022 season.
Yeah.
I think we'll get a medium-sized crossover at the very least. I don't know about a huge one. I think we'll see like a medium-sized crossover.
Yeah.
I think we'll get a something.
A something. Nice.
Yeah. Not going to confirm or deny my thoughts as to what it could be, but it'll be something.
Yeah.
It'll be something.
We need to talk to Volian to get his information.
Oh, yeah. Am I able to kick Eric in the chat? Or
look at Gary's complimenting Pagey.
Look, Gary says, I think Pagey looked better with glasses. Is he saying that you don't look good without glasses?
That's what I'm saying. I can be taken as there, so no comment.
I pretty much look the same, I think. Doesn't really change my eyes, I don't think.
No,
It doesn't change my eyes. So. It changes Eric's eyes, I know that. Eric without glasses, you're like, whoa.
Whoa. It's nice. Wait, did you always used to wear glasses on your old videos or not?
Me?
Remember? Yeah, you.
No.
You used to wear like the Kanye West glasses with the.
I still have them somewhere over here. Yeah, they're not nearby. I used to wear gaming glasses, the ones with the yellow lenses, because of the blue filters on them. But I was getting too much reflection, so I switched up. But yeah, I used to wear those. I didn't always wear glasses though. And the ones when I didn't wear glasses, people were like, "Why are you not wearing glasses?" So I just was like, I just wear them every time, I guess.
Epic me.
Is Pagey actually Oliver Queen?
No, I can somewhat confirm that is not the case.
And did you have a cameo in Crisis on Infinite Earths?
No.
No.
He's under an NDA, so he can't answer anyway.
Yeah, I have to keep. I'm in a deleted scene.
He's actually right. He's Ryan Choi. That's why they introduced him and then just threw him away.
Wow. Okay.
That literally makes 0 sense, Ben.
I know.
So, yeah, you tried. It was actually, I'm not even going to commend you because it was really bad. It was terrible.
It was terrible. Yeah. All right. So
And smells.
Someone
see
says, "Can we see you in glasses, Harry?"
That's the irony of this stream, isn't it? Ben's not in glasses.
Where is? I thought you left the room or something. I didn't see.
No, I just leaned over. It's just too funny because I think it's like calling you Harry Potter. It like unironically is funny to me.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
All right. See you later, Janelli. Thanks for tuning in. All right. Gary sends in a 99-cent super sticker. Thank you very much, Gary. Thanks for your support. And the super sticker is a piece of poop.
Yeah, it's a poop emoji. Yeah, he does that on my channel as well.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure that is for Pagey, right? Pretty sure.
Well, if it is, am I getting a cut of these super chats?
Oh,
yeah.
If he gets 49 cents of that, yeah.
Yeah. At next Pagey live stream, I'll donate him the super sticker back. There you go. All right. I saw a question. Oh yeah. So we recently found out that. I mean, we kind of mentioned it a tiny bit yesterday, but I wanted to bring it up. So with Diggle, he's returning, and Dave Ramsey is apparently he's in Vancouver right now, and so I presume he's quarantining for 2 weeks, and then either directing or showing up in the show. Paige mentioned yesterday that he thinks if he's gonna direct and show up, it'll be on Legends because he might show up as like a random character. But what episodes do you guys think he's going to show up on the shows? Do you think it's going to be pretty much straight away because he's quarantining now? So like, I'm not sure where the Flash is at, but like Supergirl is at episode 7, just at the start of that. So do you guys think it's going to be one of these episodes, or is he going to direct first?
Quickly before Pagey answers this, it is going to be a little bit weird though. It's hard for me to wrap my head around it because I know the shows are airing at such different times. So that's why I'm wondering if it's going to be like a linear storyline or if he's going to hop around and do different stuff on the show.
Well, that's why I think they're going to plan it out so they have a rough airing schedule. So there might be like a week where he's in an episode, and then there's a week. It might be like 2 or 3 weeks until he's in another episode.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're going to try and plan it. Those are female glasses, I can tell.
Yeah, they are. I don't wear glasses.
I can tell you why, because Canada Grass wears girl glasses.
I didn't know that. That's new to me. I didn't realize.
If you want to annoy Canada Grass, tell him why are you wearing female glasses. Anyway, there's a little scoop for you. Anyway, scoop for a scoop. Anyway, don't wear glasses if they're not for you, Ben. It'll ruin your eyesight. I don't know why I'm acting like your mother, but anyway. What was the? Yeah, anyway, David Ramsey. Freaking Ben needs glasses. I think it depends. Like, I think the most you'll probably see is like 2 or 3 weeks where he's not in an episode. But I think they're going to try and plan it where there's like a 6-week period where, like, there could be an episode where there's a week, where he's in 2 episodes. I don't think that'd be the case, but it's a possibility if it lines up that way. But they're probably trying to make it so the episodes that he's in over like a 5-6 week period or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That would seem pretty much right. Do you expect him to show up as Green Lantern? I think you guys mentioned.
I think he's going to have the ring. I think he's going to wear the ring. He'll wear the ring. Or it's going to be like, because I don't think it's going to be like Captain Planet style where he'll just wear the ring.
Yeah.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, they can make it where he doesn't wear the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He keeps in, but I don't know. That's a bit dangerous. I don't know. They could do whatever they want, I guess. But might be, especially, and this is probably a big thing, if he's not going to go Green Lantern until like, if only in like 1 episode, which wouldn't surprise me too much if it's Superman and Lois because they have a bigger budget.
Yeah.
Then he could wear the ring, and then he can just quickly activate or something like that. I don't think they're going to do some dramatic thing where he pulls out the ring and puts it on Captain Planet style. But I don't think. Well, in regards to this question, I'll let you. Do you want to read it out so you give it the full exposure?
Yeah, full exposure, full disclosure. Scott Edwards sends in the super chat. Thank you very much.
Spitting bars, Ben.
Yeah,
Far
it's
out.
really absolute bars right there. Let's continue anyway, smoothly onwards. I'm betting there will be a crossover. Diggle appearances are part of it. Continue.
I think Diggle appearing in the episodes is probably a reason as to why there won't be a crossover.
Mm-hmm.
So they have the one character that can connect a storyline, but it doesn't have to be an actual crossover. Could there be like an episode of? Could the final episode he appears in be like a mini crossover where like maybe Grant Gustin shows up or something like that? Maybe, but I think the reason he's appearing in multiple episodes is because there isn't a crossover. And I could be wrong, but I just don't know how they're going to structure it with COVID and everything like that.
And maybe his storyline is quote unquote the crossover. Maybe that's how they're doing it. Maybe he's appearing with a storyline that will carry through.
It's like maybe he's trying to figure out something like it's a mystery or something like that.
Yeah.
And each episode plays into that. So their stories, like he's bringing, like, okay, I'm going to have to go to Central City to either because it's something to do with some sort of metahuman or something along those lines, and it connects down that storyline. The issue with that is that if you're watching one of the episodes, especially one of the later ones he's in, and you don't watch the other shows, you're gonna be like, what the hell am I watching? That's the only issue, I think. Which is the only thing I think that maybe goes against that being a possibility. But but you'd always say, like in the crossovers as well, when they do them, there's always little bits of the other shows. If you don't watch all of them, you wouldn't understand them.
Right.
You wouldn't understand the storylines there. Like if you didn't watch Supergirl, you'd be like, what's this drama that's going on in the first episode of Crisis? So it follows on with other things as well.
And also, I think having
watch Arrow, like who the hell is this woman with the bow and arrow now?
Yeah. I also think that having him on Superman and Lois makes also the most sense, not just because of budget reasons, but because he's going to be flying around, maybe doing stuff with his ring, and that seems like the most common. Like out of all the shows, that seems like the best show for that to happen on. Either that or Supergirl, one of those two shows. But we'll see. Yeah,
we'll see. So do you think they're going to promote it like a crossover, even though it's not going to be like a proper crossover, like him popping up?
Unless they're going to make him Green Lantern like public, like if they're not going to promo him as Green Lantern, I don't think they'll advertise it as a crossover, because I don't think there's any way to advertise a story like that, but while keeping it a mystery with just using Diggle. You know what I mean? Like if you're not a huge fan, I don't think there's a way to advertise that without showing off the ring. We could get Green Lantern promos. Like they could show him holding the ring up to the screen or something like that, and maybe advertise it that way as like a Green Lantern storyline, but I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Gary sends in the $1.99 super chat. Thank you very much, Gary. And he says, I need to go shave my eyebrows. Thoughts on Gary's eyebrows? Any thoughts?
It's up to you, I guess.
So here's the thing. I feel like isn't that what people do for pranks? Like if you fall asleep before everybody else, somebody shaves off like one of your eyebrows or something. That's the only thing I can think of when I read this. Is that like a college prank or something, university prank?
Yeah, I don't know, but apparently
you usually do it before it's like school photos or something like that.
Yeah,
that's when you'd usually do it.
Maybe Gary is gearing up for a school photo tomorrow. We'll see.
Oh,
maybe.
You know, they allow that somehow in America right
now.
Fun
fact, I have it in my year 12 photo. Someone, they were on a Tuesday or a Monday, like right at the beginning of the week, and on the weekend he must have got drunk or something like that, and his mates shaved one of his eyebrows off, so he had to shave the other one off so it was even. And his year 12 photo is him skinhead, no hair on his head. He had to they must have shaved chunks because he had hair the week before. So he's fully shaved without eyebrows. It looked like he had like alopecia or whatever it's called. Like I was like, what's going on there? Anyway, so that was him for his year 12 school photo. And it was like starting to grow back. So he had like eyebrow stubble. Yeah, anyway. So he looked like an idiot.
Story time with Pagey. All right. Scott Edwards sends in $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Scott. He says, I think his appearance, so he's talking about Diggle again. I think his appearances will be recruiting the heroes for a team up between them and him as Green Lantern. So that kind of reminds me of Harbinger. You remember? Like she went around recruiting people. Yeah. So do you reckon he's going to go around recruiting people for a team up? Not so sure.
No. I don't think so. I think there is going to be a story with him needing people's help, but I think this idea of like creating a team up, I just don't see how it's feasible with COVID. I just don't.
Yeah, I don't, and it doesn't make sense that you have to appear in a whole episode just to recruit them. Why would you spend a whole entire episode trying to, Barry, I've known you for so many years, but I'm going to have to spend 40 minutes to try and gain your trust so you can come and help me. Like, it would be even less than Harbinger. It'd be like, yo.
Yeah, I mean, like the truth of the matter is, Diggle knows everyone in this whole group except for Batwoman. So he would literally just have to make a phone call. Like, I can guarantee you if Diggle called Star Labs and was like, hey, I need your help, they would be there. So I don't, like, a recruitment process makes it seem like we just met him and we haven't. And plus, I mean, nobody's gonna turn Diggle away after what he did for everybody. I mean, he was part of the whole crisis thing and everything. I don't know. It sounds very comic booky, and I guess I'd be okay with it if there was a chance of a huge crossover event this season. But again, I'm keeping my expectations very low for a big crossover. I just don't see it happening. But I mean, it could, but I'm keeping my expectations down. So
yeah, pretty much me too. You know, I really don't think there's going to be any sort of crossover apart from Diggle, to be honest. All right, so thank you very much for that. It was a good question, and yeah. All right, so I wanted to bring it up to you guys. There you go. With the shows coming back, Batwoman's obviously coming out, and we've been getting a bunch of promo stuff about Batwoman recently. We've had a few posters, few promos, trailer. So, you know, Batwoman's coming next week. We're probably going to get sneak peeks and, you know, whatever, you know, the normal lot. And then after that, what's the next show? Is it Black Lightning? When's that?
Black Lightning comes out the second week in February.
Second week in February. So Batwoman's going to be there for a while, I guess, by itself, a couple of weeks or whatever. So it'll be into it. And then, so you reckon that we're going to get the promos for our other shows sometime, like when Batwoman airs, maybe? Or
Pagey and I have talked about this a little bit. And I'm not sure what, honestly, with COVID, I never know what to expect anymore. But I assume we'll get a Black Lightning promo first, probably during the week of Batwoman on the night that Black Lightning airs. I think Pagey and I discussed this a little bit. And then maybe the Flash and Superman and Lois will get a trailer close to the time they're going to air, probably in February after Black Lightning comes out. Because I think they're staggering the advertisements. I don't know. That's the way I feel. Like I feel like we have to be a little bit closer to them coming out before we start to see more promo stuff. But
yeah. Pagey, any thoughts? Trailer stuff, promos.
We're going to start getting them.
Yeah.
Well, I've always said that I wouldn't expect anything too heavy on like Flash, Superman, Lois, and even Black Lightning until after the other shows, like around Batwoman, start coming out. But there is that thing this Sunday/Monday, depending where you live, which is those Hero Awards, where I think they're definitely going to play another Batwoman trailer. But there is a chance that they could play a sizzle reel, which wouldn't have much, but it's something. So they could have like 5-6 seconds of Flash, 5-6-10 seconds of Superman and Lois. However, they could maybe premiere the Superman and Lois trailer there because it's a bigger thing. So maybe they could do it there.
And Betsy Tell it confirmed we're going to get another Superman and Lois.
Well, I think we knew that. I think like that was. I was surprised you even had to like reply to someone saying that wasn't the proper trailer. Like, hello, like switch it on, please. Yeah, I'm surprised you had to reply
out with that when I did my trailer reaction.
I saw your trailer reaction.
Yeah, I was wondering, did Eric drink silly juice this morning when he made that video? It's like, Eric, Logic, not listen to Logic, but turn the Logic on. Hello.
It was funny because you started recording. You obviously hadn't seen it.
I hadn't looked. I see the beginning. Like I played like 10 seconds of it or whatever. And I'm like, it's gonna get good. So I stopped it. Then I turned on my camera, and that was how it went after that.
And it was just funny because obviously we've seen it before, but then you're watching it, and you're so excited and stuff. But then it's like, and then you're so disappointed.
I know that was an epic. That was like my Legends trailer reaction from what, like 2 years ago when they did the Bebo scene or whatever. And I was just like, what the is this? Like it was bad. But I like the art style. Honestly, if that were an animated show, I'd be like, this is amazing. But it's not. It's a live action show, so it was a little bit confusing to me.
All right. Someone says, "Was Pagey making out with Dreamer in Crisis?" I don't know. Were you?
I don't even know what that's even referring to.
Someone paid for that?
I have no idea.
No, that wasn't a paid one. I was like, who paid for that question? No. Yeah, about that. So I will say this though. Speaking of Dreamer, I'm hoping she gets a really good storyline this season because it is the last season, and if she's going to move along with the other characters like into the future, wherever they're going to do with her, I hope they give her something really strong to end off her story with. It's really sad because I feel like she's got so much more to tell for a character, and they just won't have a chance to do it. Because Martian Manhunter, we've told so many stories with him. Even Brainiac, I feel like, has gotten a lot of really good stuff. Dreamer, especially last season, I don't think got enough time on screen. So
yeah, I completely agree. I feel like it's a shame for her specifically. Like, I don't think she's like in my top 5 favorite Arrowverse characters, but I really like her. She's easily watchable, and I think she does have more stories. I think that's the most. It kind of bums me out a little bit that we're not going to see a bit more.
People complain a bit about Nicole's acting. I've heard people say that she doesn't have a lot of range when it comes to acting.
I think she's got much better. Like at first, I was kind of like, "Oh, she's pretty good," but I think she's actually very good now. Like,
some people were comparing her to like early Felicity, like when Felicity was brand new and she only really did one thing, like she had one basic emotion or whatever. Anyway, I've seen that online quite a bit, but I do like Dreamer, and I hope we get more of her. So,
yeah. Someone says, "Do you ever think we'll get a Batman show on CW?"
No,
nope, never.
No.
I won't say never, but I will say I don't think we will, because Batman is spread very thin at the moment. Surprisingly enough, we have so much Batman stuff going on. Batman kind of annoys me a little bit, and I say that I do love the character, but it's like, if I feel like they get hung up on Batman to the point where he's kind of this shadow over everything else. So I don't know. We'll see what's going to happen. I'm excited for the movie. Excited to see what they're going to do with the Flash movie with Batman. Like all these properties I'm naming, the Gotham TV show, we got that coming. What are they going to do with them on Batwoman with the Hush stuff? What are they going to do with them on Titans? Like, it's just, he's in everything. So I really don't see a reason in having, a separate Batman show on the CW at the moment. I just don't, but
yeah.
It would feel like Batwoman, but with Batman. So
yeah, I pretty much agree. But then again, I kind of feel the same for adding a Superman show when Supergirl's still on, but I get it now that Supergirl is going to be ending, but before I was like, I'm not so sure at playing them at the same time, but that's just me. But yeah, Batman, we're going to see a lot of him in the coming years, and I would say it's going to be a bit weird, but at the same time, I'm kind of excited. But again, we see Batman so much.
I feel like so here is my opinion on Batman as a character. I know a lot of people like him in the films and stuff. Batman is the perfect character for a weekly TV series. He really is the perfect character because he has so many individual, like one-off villains that he could use, but he also has mystery to his character. He has investigations. He's human, which means that you can add a lot more possible threat in his storylines, like things that could actually do harm to him. He's like the perfect week-to-week villain. All you have to do is look at the Arrow TV show, which was modeled a bit around, especially season 1, around the whole concept of Batman and Bruce Wayne and those stories, and see how well that worked. So Batman could work as a TV character. It's just that DC doesn't want to necessarily use him as a TV character. That's kind of where they're at right now. But I think it would be a great TV character.
Yeah. Question for Pagey. Will Stargirl season 2 have a big budget? And he says, I guess for Eric, you should be writing legends like all of us. Save the series, please. So Stargirl, Pagey, season 2 budget.
Well, what's been said, and it's sort of been like more reference towards Superman and Lois, and I think Batwoman as well, that any show that now goes to HBO Max after it's on the CW has a slightly increased budget. Now, it doesn't mean like they get double the budget or anything like that, but they have a slightly increased budget to produce the show in a better way. So I don't know with Stargirl whether that means they got the same as season 1, which I highly doubt, because the thing is that their budget already made Stripe. Their budget already made all the costumes, certain things that they already have as props. So they can minus that. And it wouldn't surprise me if that was the thing that they sort of took to WB and the CW and everything, and Warner Media, and went, look, hold on, we've done this, so we don't need that much of an increase, but can you meet us around here because it would match our production budget when we take out the stuff that we already like the big stuff we did. So I don't know if it's going to be exactly the same, but it's going to be, I think, like towards it. So expect the same with like Batwoman. There should be like some sort of budget increase. It's been hard to tell through the trailers where that's a thing, but apparently like I don't think that they probably get like not as much as Superman and Lois, but like when like Wonder Girl comes in, should have a bigger budget. That Naomi show, which would need a bigger budget, especially at first, that should have it as well. And I think that's why you're even seeing like someone like Ava DuVernay is attached to it, because she was probably promised like you get some sort of budget attached to it. You're not going to have to deal with scraps. But don't expect the Flash, Supergirl, Legends, and stuff like that to get an increase, because they're not attached to that HBO Max deal. They're still attached to Netflix.
Do you think Flash will go on long enough to eventually move over to HBO Max? Do you think they'll eventually be able to switch that up?
No, I think their deal is until the show ends. And then I think it's like 4 years after the show ends, then it can go to HBO Max.
That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure it's not going to move. I would say that's unlikely. But I wanted to bring, like, now you mentioned the other shows. I feel like Wonder Girl is a good fit for the CW. I really do. I'm looking forward to it. But then there's that Naomi show, and it just I'm a bit unsure. I don't know. I think she's a new character, right? And it's just like I don't think the title is very good. It doesn't sell anything. It's just a title of a name. So.
It is an odd title. When I saw the comics, I wasn't really sure. But I think it's because of the world that she comes from. There's not a bunch of people flying around, as superheroes. So
I mean, I don't know the character, but
yeah. Well, her story is this is why I'm kind of confused at it being more than like a limited series, because there isn't a lot. I don't want to spoil it too much, but her character and the interactions with other characters, there's a very limited amount of people with powers. So I don't really know how they're going to make that work unless they introduce.
Well, the thing is that she's now part of the Justice League,
right? In the comics, right?
Yeah. So she's now in the Justice League with like I think Green Arrow is the leader in Justice League.
She wasn't from Earth 1 or Prime Earth. She was from another.
No. So I think if Naomi is connected to the Arrowverse, which it isn't, like I think Wonder Girl's going to be, but I'm not too sure about Naomi. Because it has no one attached to the Arrowverse. Like Belanti's not a part of it. Like one of the producers was meant to be a producer on Green Arrow and the Canaries, but it's not like connected to Belanti like Wonder Girl is. So they could connect, and you can do a really cool multiverse story with it. But I don't know if they don't connect to the Arrowverse. I don't know who they use. So that's why I think it has to be connected to the Arrowverse eventually once they get past her story. But her story, origin story and everything like that can take up a full season. Yeah. So I don't think there's too much of a rush initially, but I think they need to sort of avoid like the Black Lightning era where they connected it too little too late. And really like Black Lightning's only interaction probably with the Arrowverse is going to be Crisis, where it was just like Black Lightning the character.
Yeah, and they just put him. They put him on Earth with everybody else in case they ever wanted to use him again. But I really don't think there's any.
So it was like too little, too late with Black Lightning. Yeah. It's like the opposite with Supergirl, where they did it season 2. Like obviously that was sort of forced to because it moved. But.
And I will also say this in terms of HBO Max. I see a lot of people, and this is happening a lot on social media, who keep saying, "Oh, I'm so glad that HBO Max is doing the DC shows because now they'll be done right or whatever," and talking about the CW shows. But people don't realize that anything that comes out now on the CW in terms of the DC shows is going to be connected to HBO Max. Yeah. So you're literally just talking out of your ass at that point. Like,
well, the good way to test that would be random people in like a year or two when something like Wonder Girl comes on HBO Max for stream and they go, "Oh my God, I love Wonder Girl. It's my favorite DC show." It's like, "Oh, well, it was made on the CW." And you go through their Twitter history and they were like going, "Oh," you know what I mean? Like, so that'll be the test, and we'll have to see what happens there.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But
I think I've got one of my dog's hairs on my hat.
Are you sure it's not one of your grey hairs?
Oh, I've got grey hair. Can you? Where is it on this side?
No.
I don't know if you can see it.
Close up.
He's turning into Killer Frost.
I'm trying to. It's like a birthmark, and it's like I've had it since I was young.
It's Killer Frost.
I don't think you can see it on the camera. Anyway.
Oh God, I see this next question. I don't even know where to go with this one.
All right, the next question comes from Jamie, and he says, "Do you think Hawkman and Hawkgirl will return?" Ooh, what do you guys think?
Oh, as long as it's not the ones from season 1 of Legends. I mean, that was just
I think
not
that's
good.
what Jamie's inferring.
So here's the thing. No disrespect, Jamie. I'm glad that you are interested in these two characters. They did not do well, which is why they went away. That's why they got rid of them. That story was handled very poorly by most people's standards, and I don't think that either one of those actors. I don't know if they'd want to come back, but I just don't think they have any. Where are you going to put them? What are you going to do with them?
Yeah.
The story's kind of already been told, so I don't know. Any thoughts, Pagey?
Dab on them haters, like it's 1987. That's the way to go
Oh, we
about
got
it.
that. We got that. Eric Dab in the live stream.
Yeah.
Go on.
I'd prefer the chalk and in brackets floss, aka chwalk, but I don't know if I'm going to get that.
I don't know the twalk. I need to see video proof of what that is.
Pagey. Oh no.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Are you going to do a talk or what to show Eric?
No, not this stream. You
Not
know
this
what? We'll make it on the first after party following the premiere of The Flash. There will be a group chwalk.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
There you go. There's the promise. So put it in your diaries and or calendars and or just mental memories.
All right.
Actually, I regret making that promise, but I've already spoken. So we'll wait and see what happens. February 23rd, live on the Airricksreloaded OnlyFans. So keep your eyes out.
On the OnlyFans, got it.
On the OnlyFans. All right. Okay, let's take this down. Oh yeah, so I just saw the tweet about Stargirl season 3. Obviously, we just touched on it, but so you think that most of our other shows are gonna continue past this season? Do you think they're pretty much gonna, just continue everything? Obviously, apart from
they're stuck in a sticky situation because normally they announce the renewals around March. Yeah. They've been doing that, or February and March. They've been doing that the past couple of seasons to give them a head start. But obviously, because of COVID, I don't know. But the thing is, they should be starting the new seasons at the normal time, roughly. They might give them an extra 2 or 3 weeks off. So they might start towards the end of July, especially because I don't know if Comic-Con will be on this year. So there's no rush to get it started to even just do something at Comic-Con. So due to that, they might not announce renewals until like April or May. And usually that's late. Like that's late. Like that's when like we're wondering if they're going to pick up Green Canaries. They said, "Oh, well, probably waiting until May."
Yeah.
Okay. January 2021. We're still waiting on some sort of announcement in regards to that. But
I also think that, and I think some shows may get an additional season only because it is so much easier to just renew something that's already in production than to deal with something that's brand new. So I think for this year, we may hear things announced, but I don't think we will see them in the 2022 schedule unless they've already been working on them. Green Arrow and the Canaries, confirmed. So I think a lot of shows will get renewed unless the people behind the scenes just want to end them. Like with Supergirl, they want to wrap it up or whatever. I'm actually surprised that Legends is still going. And I know people get mad at me for saying that, but I just feel like every time we get to an end of a season of Legends, we're like, well, this is it, right? This is the end.
Yeah, every season.
Back. So
yeah. All right. Pulled up a question. Will Supergirl finish off last season before next season starts? Yes, they will. Pretty much same things going on with The Flash as you've seen from behind the scenes. Like Eva's back. Obviously, the actress wouldn't have come back if it was like a normal season, because they would have finished it off. So yeah, all the shows mostly. Wait, did Batwoman miss much?
No, Batwoman's kind of ready to go from the jump, except for the Kate Kane stuff.
Except from the Kate Kane stuff. Okay.
Wait, what are you asking? Like, how much did Batwoman have left?
Yeah, not much, I don't think.
They had 2 episodes. Yeah. So it was sort of the same as like Flash had 3, Batwoman had 2, and Supergirl had 1. So it was like 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm not actually sure if Supergirl is gonna fully finish off the story because they mixed that last episode with the other episode, so they used some of that final episode already. So we'll have to wait and see. But
yeah, because they actually shifted everything and tried to like cram 2 episodes into one.
Yeah, they did that. So yeah, so we'll have to wait and see for Supergirl. But Scott says, thanks for the super chat again, Scott. He says, theories on why Diggle will come to Gotham and National City.
He becomes emo, so that's why he goes to Gotham. And he wants a damn good ice cream, so that's why he comes to National, I think.
I would say that.
Yeah, I think that's a good option.
Yeah, that's the best one. Those are better, much better than mine. So going to Gotham, I really don't have a clue on that one because I mean we know that now Batwoman is someone else, but he could go there looking for Kate Kane, and she's not Batwoman anymore, and that would make an interesting story actually if that's actually what happens with that, because then he would be surprised. He's like, wait a minute, I don't know you. By the way, I'm Diggle. I have this green ring. That would be kind of fun. As far as National City goes, I mean, it's hard to determine what a theory is on that without knowing where the episodes are going to line up. Yeah. Like the Gotham one seems simple because he doesn't know her. So obviously that would be its own story. But in terms of National City, unless we know where that is in the storyline, it's hard to determine why he would go there. I mean, if there is some connection with aliens in space, that would be isn't that who you'd go talk to? I mean, you'd want to talk to them. They're the ones that know about that. So I feel like that would be the most likely reason why I would go. So.
Yes. All right. Thanks so much for the super chat, Scott. All right. Yeah. So we're gonna pretty much head off in about 5 minutes or so. So send in your last questions if you guys have any more questions that you want us to answer. I mean, I think we pretty much hit most of the stuff that we wanted to talk about, so that's pretty good. But yeah, anything else you guys want to bring up specifically? Anything else to do with Batwoman or the shows, or you out of ideas?
Can we get a crumpet reveal from the kitchen?
Crumpet reveal from the kitchen.
Do you have any crumpets?
Sadly, I don't.
Not British. Not British.
Crumpets are nice. Eric, have you had a crumpet?
What's the most British thing you have in your kitchen?
No, don't have
most British thing I have in my kitchen.
I don't even think I've ever.
What is British?
I know what like Australian food is, so surely you know what some sort of British food is.
So a crumpet is like. So I think over here we call them English muffins, right? Isn't that what they call them?
No, it's different. It's different.
So they're different. All right. So no, I've had an English muffin. I've never had a crumpet. So I don't know what that. I don't even think they sell them anywhere near me. I'd probably have to go to international market to get them.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what I have. Tea. You know. I guess. Tea. Like yeah. I mean, it's an international thing, but it's British.
I'll tell you what blew my mind, and I noticed for like about a year or two or something like that. Like, I think Eric has one, but like the electric kettle isn't a thing in America. They have to order it internationally. You can't buy it in America. They boil their water on the stovetop. They have to buy an actual.
Are they living in 1917?
An electric kettle has been around since like the 60s or something like that. I couldn't believe that. A crumpet isn't a biscuit. A crumpet's like different.
A crumpet's like a soft, like how do you describe it?
Well, it's like it can be like an alternative to toast.
Let me make sure that I'm getting this right. Like you're talking about kettles like what you would make tea in, right? Or like boil water.
Like you just boil water and you just
you put the tea bag in your cup. You don't actually put the tea in the kettle.
We have a Keurig here that does that. Like does the tea and the coffee. It's like a tea/coffee maker. Keurig.
It's like that thing you put the pods in and stuff.
Yeah, you can do that, but it also has a water compartment if you want to do like boil water or whatever on it. So
yeah, like I saw a TikTok and like, oh, I got this on Amazon for $40. I'm like, God, you go to Kmart and you get it for 10.
Yeah. The electric ones, like you'd have to order it online. I don't see them anywhere really.
Blew my mind. I was like, America's living somehow ahead, but also like 20 years behind.
No, they're completely behind. No, but in the kitchen, I think tea. I don't have any crumpets. I made Yorkshire puddings the other day. That's English, but I don't
pastry.
have.
That's just like pastry, pretty much.
It's not pastry. It's dough.
Yeah, well, yeah, like that's what I mean, like dough, like and just you put gravy and stuff in it.
But that is an English thing, though. So, yeah. All right. So we have Scott who sends in a super chat and he says, serious thoughts on Kara and Jefferson maybe returning after the show's end. for a major crossover or guest appearance, do you guys think Kara or Jefferson are going to show back up?
Oh, not after that show's end. Maybe Kara, but even that would be like a really low. Like I don't see Melissa Benoist like clamoring to come back.
Yeah.
It should be expensive as well for one episode.
Yeah, I
so
mean, also with everything that's going on with travel right now, I think it would be very weird to assume that they could do anything like that by the end of the year.
But what happens like after like a few years or something? Do you think they're going to show back up?
definitely not Jefferson, because he's even when he's been in his show, he hasn't turned up. So definitely not him. But like Kara would be a slight chance. But even then, I think it just comes down to Melissa Benoist. Not just her personally, where she want to come, but it should just be expensive.
As much as Melissa loves, I think the what Supergirl has done for so many people, I feel like she's ready to either move on with her relationship and her family, or move on to something different, like Broadway or movies or whatever. So no offense to the show, but I think her sort of leaving the show or the show ending has a lot to do with what her goals are. And she could come back maybe for a one-off thing in a couple years, but I wouldn't bet on it, you know?
Yeah, I pretty much agree with you. All right, Pagey, I thought of one thing before we head off. I thought of one English thing. Do you have Jaffa cakes in Australia?
We don't have Jaffa cake. Oh, we probably do, but we have lollies called Jaffas, which are chocolate and orange.
Right,
like it's an orange sort of candy coat and it's chocolate in the middle.
Yeah.
So we have like a chocolate orange stuff. We don't have Jaffa cakes. Well, Jaffa cakes is like multiple flavors, but the standard one is orange.
Orange, yeah. No. Yeah, I got that in the kitchen from Christmas.
So
what's your most Australian thing you got? Come on, go.
In the kitchen?
Yeah.
I guess Vegemite.
Yeah.
Vegemite. I have Super Dupers in the freezer.
What the hell?
It's like an icy pole thing. Ooh.
I've had Jaffa cakes, but they're the ones made by Mary Berry. So it's like Mary Berry's Jaffa cakes.
Mary Berry makes Jaffa cakes.
They probably taste nothing like the English one.
Nah, yeah, probably doesn't.
They're not. Yeah, they're not. They're the ones that I think that are made for the American market, so it has their name on the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not it.
What else do I have in the kitchen? Well, I have Australian brands. Like I have Red Rock Deli chips, which are Australian brand, and they're probably the best chips you'll have in the world. Might be a bit biased, but they're amazing. Wheat Bix, but you have like Weetabix.
We have
Wheat Bix. It's not Wheat Bix. It's just Wheat Bix. And like on all the ads, it's like Wheaties. They probably do like the same advertising campaign as Wheaties does, where it has the athletes and stuff. Like it's how many Wheat Bix can you eat? And like
something that I'm so shocked by, I guess, is that peanut butter is probably the most American thing that I have, because people say
I bought peanut butter today. So.
Did you? They say that people around the world don't eat it. Like America's like
I ate it. I put it in the fridge. It's an Australian brand.
Maybe that's one of those like old wives' tales that people don't have peanut butter or whatever. But they always say that's like a really American thing.
Well, what's an American thing that wouldn't like
Pepsi?
Or like pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie?
Like pumpkin pie, like sweet potato pie. Like
I don't eat sweet potato pie.
Like who came up with that? Just eat the thing when it's a vegetable. Don't make a pie out of it. Like why is it?
Yeah.
That's the stuff that makes me go like, I don't even know how you came up with that.
Somebody said, is this Pagey's pick?
Basically.
It could be Pagey's pick.
Australian Pagey pick.
What other thing? You know what blew my mind? Okay, so I know in Eric's country they're called Rice Krispies, which is the cereal. Is it called Rice Krispies in England?
Yeah.
It's called Rice Bubbles in Australia. It's the same brand.
Rice Bubbles?
Rice Bubbles. I mean, Rice
it's
Bubbles.
not a bad name, but it is very different. Like
Snap, crackle, and pop. Like type in rice. It's the same, but we call it Rice Bubbles. I have no idea because Rice Krispies I don't think is another brand.
Yeah, it's literally the same box and everything.
Yeah, and with the same characters. And then we have the chocolate version, which is Cocoa Pops.
Yeah, we have
the
monkey pops. Yeah,
it's got the monkey on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the same thing.
Yeah. No, it's weird. Australia and England, I feel like they have similar stuff, but they also differentiate on some stuff.
It probably comes down to licensing. It's just like how in it's called Burger King in both of your countries, but it's called Hungry
Mhm.
Jack's in Australia. Because
Hungry.
when they came to Australia, they were called Burger King. They were called Burger King up until like the 2000s or something, and
Mhm.
then a little burger place in like another just a random city was like, well, hold on, we'll call it Burger King. We have the trademark for Australia. So
Oh,
instead of getting sued or having to buy it out, they just changed their name.
they found out that the reason why they couldn't call it Rice Krispies is Griffin's Krispies, which makes cereal and biscuits. They would have sued them for that because they would have said it was too similar to their name. So
Mm.
Well, there you go.
Griffin's
Well,
Krispies.
there you go.
That's something new
wait,
every day.
one more thing before we wrap this up because Eric has to go. In terms of shops, I'm wondering, Paige, do you have like Sainsbury's or Tesco?
No, we have Coles, Woolworths. We do have Aldi.
Aldi, yeah,
Aldi.
we have Aldi.
We have Aldi as well. Yeah, I think that's pretty big.
Lidl.
What?
We have that here. Yeah, we have that here as well. It's like it's basically like Aldi. It's like almost the same thing, really.
We don't have any of the Kmart, Walmart, nothing Mart.
All the Woolworths here closed. That company went out of business.
Ours that went completely bust here as well.
Really? It's like the biggest thing in Australia. Like the
Tesco's, I don't think I've ever seen a Tesco's in America.
I do know that like Australia is starting to dominate the company Westfield is because it's Westfield in England. That's an Australian company.
I live 10 minutes from that one.
Yeah, so. And there's one in LA and stuff like that. So I know I don't know how they're like. I guess it's just because it's a brand of mall or like big shopping center, mega mall.
Yeah. No, so you don't have any of that. No, that's interesting. Yeah. But yeah. All right. So we're gonna wrap it up here because Eric's got his live stream in a minute. The weekly geekly
2 hours from right now.
Yeah,
the weekly geekly roundup podcast.
Yeah,
and just tell everyone, I'll be streaming in 29 minutes on my channel.
29 minutes.
So we can keep you in front of the screens for the next like 3 hours, basically.
Yeah,
so.
It's just like everyone. I'm gonna go over to Pagey's and I'm gonna give him that poo emoji.
Oh, okay. All right, sounds good.
just to pay you back. But all right. So thank you for both of you for joining in. It was good. Good talk as per usual. And so I think your after party is Wednesday from now on. That is the new thing for the whole new season. So I'm presuming most of you guys tune into that every week. But yeah, so go check out yesterday's and go check out their live streams in a minute. But yeah, all right. So we'll catch you guys later. Thank you for tuning in and yeah, see you next week. Bye-bye.